me, Jess, here with your September 2020 monthly reading. For some reason, I just feel very giddy and excited to do this reading. I'm going to be reading the quotes, and if you guys are interested in this book, some people have asked me about it. I will put the link in the description box below. I am a super fan of quotes, and this one, is very beautiful and very nicely illustrated. So if that's something that you're interested in, I just get a lot of comments about it. So our quotes, actually, I'm going to read two. Our quotes for this month, we have, "Don't pay too much attention or take your emotions too seriously. What you feel is not who you are," by Ariel Grunwald. And then we also have, "To be loved means to be recognized as existing," Thich Nhat Hanh. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling for your reading, and we'll see what comes up. Okay, Aries, what is coming up for you guys in September? So, what I am seeing is there might be a shift and a change in your relationships. I'm so sorry if I'm weird about this microphone, you guys. I don't trust it to pick up my voice, so all right. I can see that there's some kind of shift in your relationships, also in your day-to-day life. You guys are really holding something back. You're keeping it really close to your chest because there's something that you guys are trying to manifest. You guys are definitely manifesting something for yourselves. And I feel like, Aries has that very, it's known as being a more impulsive energy, right? Because it's cardinal fire. And to me, fire is just the cardinal element in and of itself. But you guys are showing up with a lot of fire actually this month. But what's interesting is the placements of it, because there's something here where you guys are exercising your restraint in something. You're coming out in heavy Virgo energy with the Mercury and the Virgin card here, because Mercury does rule over Virgo. So maybe you guys are dealing with a Virgo, or you guys are finding yourselves doing something. I feel like you guys have a lot of busy energy in your day-to-day lives. There's just a lot of kinetic energy, but it's all like you have some kind of a goal. But I see you guys restricted socially. I guess that makes a lot of sense given the current environment of things. But we also have patience. This is if all the other cards were stripped away, patience, everything will unfold in divine timing is kind of the mode that you guys are in. It's not very comfortable for you guys because we have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. This is your energy. This is how you're feeling when you're dealing with all of this energy of kind of holding back, being sneaky about something, trying to make your plans. I feel like you guys are making some kind of plans in secret because you guys are building something. You're being curators of your own communication as well. And some of you guys are writing something. So, and you're using the skill of writing, or that's also something that's coming through as a suggestion is if you guys are trying to you guys are doing some kind of manifestation work. I really am getting the energy of Virgo, and I'm getting the energy of Hasta, which is the energy of a master manifester. It's the energy of the hands. It's the energy of craftsmanship. This person kind of has the Midas touch, but it's almost like that's something that you guys are working towards, but you have to do it in private right now for some reason, because maybe you guys have very judgmental people around you, people who kind of pick you apart, or you feel like if whatever this is that you guys are working on, you feel that if you talked about it, people will kind of pick you apart or not really believe in you. So you're trying to hold back. You guys are doing a lot of inner work as well. But I do think that it is uncomfortable for you. You guys might be waiting for some kind of news to come via mail, via email. I feel like it's written, something like you guys are waiting on some kind of written news. Maybe this is for some kind of job opportunity, for some kind of opportunity. Some of you guys have submitted some kind of writing. You've submitted something that's very artistic and something that you've worked really hard on. This could be pursuits of the mind as well. Mercury is our intelligent mind, and it's the ability to take things apart and put things back together. So you guys, I feel like with this Virgin card too, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So I feel like you guys are trying to act cool about it. You're trying to be like, okay, it's totally fine. I'm cool waiting. I'm cool chilling. I'm just going to have my meditation practice. But on the inside, you're kind of a ball of nerves at some point. Because the shadow attribute, we have fear of intimate union. For some of you guys, you have broken up with someone with the King of Wands in the past position. Not everybody. I feel like what this is saying, because you guys are leaving this energy behind, but what's interesting is you have to embrace the Queen of Wands energy in order to move forward. The difference between the King and the Queen for me is that the King is more domineering. The King is more like telling people what needs to get done versus the Queen, who is more like socially minded. And I guess this is just like masculine energy, like just innately is ruled by Mars, and then feminine energy innately is ruled by Venus. These mature like with us as we grow. But with the King here, I feel like you guys, you're used to being out in front. You're used to making decisions. You're used to kind of telling people what is what. But again, and I asked, why is the King of Wands in this past position? So for some of you guys, like, you have gone through a breakup, and you're letting that transform in the future. I don't think that you guys are going to be getting back together. I feel like you're going to be your hot, sexy, sassy, independent self. This is your totem with the Queen of Wands, regardless of your gender. We all embody all of these like different elements, right? And so I feel like the reason is because you guys are gathering information. There's something you guys are gathering. Some of you guys are researching in order to do some kind of project or make some kind of move. You guys are in research mode for something. And so you're pulling your energy back to be able, I literally just saw someone like eating a bowl of oatmeal, like on their couch with their computer and like some papers spread out in front of them. You guys are some of you are working on something really intensely. And for some of you guys, it's like school. For some of you guys, you're writing like a book, you're applying for a job somewhere. It's just taking a little bit of patience. So, and you guys are aware of that because you have the Strength card. This is major arcana. It's the first major arcana. And actually, you have Strength and Death. This is both. This is fixed energies. Interesting. So you're moving into more stable times in the future. It just doesn't feel like it. I feel like that's what it's preparing you to do. But with the Strength card here, this is the Leo card, which is kind of this King of Wands energy. You guys embody that. So the Strength, like, she's holding this back again, like the human, the hands. I'm getting this Virgo energy. So like using that Virgo energy, Virgo also can rule hidden enemies. So you guys sense, if you don't sense, I think you do, but if you don't sense it, there could be some hidden enemies around you. Just at this given time, check out your 6th house, you guys. Like, if you have planets there, for instance, I have Neptune in my 6th house. So sometimes really spiritual people or people who aren't super clear in their boundaries can be my like hidden enemies. They can try to pretend like they're my friends, but then they'll try to like steal my ideas or something, Oh my gosh, you guys, I have an Aries moon and I have like a stellium in Aries. Maybe this is for me. Actually, let me just pull my energy right back out of that, Jessica. So I just like freaked myself out. But you shouldn't be scared because honestly, you guys are more than aware. You're showing up in your own element. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, counting the Knight of Wands, that are in your element. That's what I want to say. You're in your element. You feel like you want to peel your skin off a little bit by having to pull back and wait for something, but you're being strategic about it. And Aries is a strategist energy in the zodiac, Aries and Scorpio. And you have that energy written all over this. So you know that the time is not right to strike in some kind of way. So the reason that you feel like you have to be sneaky is because I think you guys feel like you have something of value going on and you're trying to protect it with the 4 of coins. And I do feel like a lot of you guys are trying to level up. And maybe this is a transition that you've kind of wanted for a while. And it's like now the time is kind of, it's building, the time's presenting itself because you guys are striking me as somewhat ready for this. Somewhat ready for this. Like what you are possibly not aware of, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This might take a little longer than you are realizing, which again is why we have this patience card coming through. So some of you guys might be telling yourselves things like, again, I have a lot of Aries energy in my chart. So I know I'll be like, oh, well, if I just make it past this, like everything's going to be fine. But then sometimes it does end up taking longer, or there's a few more steps than I realize. Cause I've just kind of, I feel in my element, with my moon being there, like I feel in my element when I just push through things a lot of the times. But I feel like you guys might be aware of this and not aware of this at the same time, because you need some kind of strategy with the Knight of Pentacles. You really, really do. And also you need to get your foundation straight, like your house, for some of you guys, it's like your living situation with the Knight of Pentacles. I don't know why I want to say feng shui, but just understanding like everything kind of has its place. So maybe, okay, and with the energy of hidden enemies, some of you guys want to shore up your energetic boundaries. I don't know if you dabble in the craft at all. I don't mean like being a weird witch like over a kettle. I'm just talking about setting and maintaining your boundaries, doing psychic purges, taking a salt bath every once in a while, setting up some kind of protection, maybe walk around your house with sprinkling salt. If that's something that you're into, if that sounds weird to you, don't do it. But I'm telling you that there are energies, I want to say psychic vampires, and I think that this energy is around you. There are people who wish to steal from you this month. That's also why the Seven of Swords is coming out. Okay, that's actually a really big message, you guys. Be very, very careful. You have tricky people who are around you. And with this Mercury energy, I feel like they're good with their language in some way. Like they, because they want to know what you're up to. There's some people, like, I feel like maybe you guys have closed down to some people because this King of Wands energy is in the past. You're no longer out there in the forefront, putting on a show. People are wondering what it is that you're up to, and you're manifesting something for yourself. People sense this, and some people that don't wish you well sense this. So, that's why you need a plan, and you need to, like, I'm seeing you in this energy of self-protecting, but I just want to make sure that you know that even if you're just hearing it from me over the interwebs, you're not crazy. You're picking up on vibes. You're picking up on people's intentions towards you. So you might want to put your barriers up with the Knight of Pentacles. Go slow. Make sure you're really getting the lay of the land. I'm literally getting like a soldier, like this person looking over like a field, like a minefield almost, because there's things that are hidden that could cause you harm that you might not realize are there. I think this is something that you are aware of. So try to really not be in that impulsive energy so much. You can stick with the Mars energy and move more into Scorpio, where it's like make your moves in silence. Making your moves in silence is something that I've been saying to myself. I saw this on a YouTube video, and I wish I knew her name. But she did a whole video on making your moves in silence, and really just letting people see the end result. I feel like that's something that you guys are kind of moving towards. I also feel like you're trying to play coy with a lot of people this month, or if not, that's what's recommended. Maintaining that symbolic purity of heart and spirit, like, yeah, I'm just, cool. But also there's a huge independent energy coming through this month. For you guys, I think it would behoove you to to pull your energy back. And keep yourself a little more self-contained, and almost like let the energy just radiate off you. I'm almost getting this difference here. I might have to sneeze because I saged and there's like a lot of smoke in the air. So sorry if that happens. I'm getting this energy that's different here between these two energies with the King and the Queen, is that with the Queen, I'm almost feeling like it's more just radiating. It's more like this charisma is just radiating off of you. And people sense this. People sense that your power is shifting. You're starting to embrace your power. You don't owe anybody an explanation, whatever. Because Kings, that masculine energy is more up front. It's the doer energy. But it's telling you to pull back and just let the energy of who you are and the transformation going on inside of you speak for itself. You don't have to tell everybody your chess moves. They don't need to know, because you do have hidden enemies in your midst. You are possibly looking to move away from a group of people, and maybe you made money doing this before. Maybe this is a spiritual group of people, but overall I feel like you guys are like, you're happy, or you're moving towards your happiness. Here you guys have, like, you're making a lot of goals and you really want to move forward. You're trying to trust this. You know that you have a new beginning, but you're wanting a new beginning in Earth. And you guys, some of you guys, I really think this is going to involve some kind of travel. You're applying for something that's going to involve some kind of a travel, but I feel like this might be big, you guys. This is something that might change your whole life, and you don't want to be talked out of it. You've made up your mind. And also I think that you have some hidden and insidious toxic energy around you, and you're just cutting ties with that. Some of you guys are moving away from your birthplace of origin in some way, and maybe you have to leave someone that you really care about, and somebody that you feel like is your counterpart with the Queen and King of Wands. Because some of you guys, it's like, what's kind of crazy and beautiful and a little bit melancholic is this King and Queen, right? Like, you're leaving this King of Wands in the past. So for some of you guys, this is a counterpart. Some of you guys have to leave someone you really care about, probably someone that you've known for a long time, someone you feel on equal terms with, in order for you to almost truly be their equal with the Queen of Wands. It's like, you're being your own self-directed self, and the natural consequence of that for now is leaving that person like in the past. Some of you guys are becoming your own boss, and maybe you have a special relationship with your boss now, but you're like rising up and trying to manifest something new. And again, like there's something about gathering information. And also some of you guys are upping your game. Like you're coming off more refined, you're coming off more polished. You are paying attention to the little details of yourself and how you're coming across in certain things in order to get some kind of an opportunity. But you just don't like, there is a lot here. I feel like what you don't like, and this is a very Aries thing because we like to know what we're dealing with, you know, be what you are, you know? And so I feel like your hopes and fears, like you're hoping that you're manifesting your dreams, but at the same time, like things haven't really come into being yet. But it's just saying to stick in your own power, continue to manifest, be self-determined, you know, push the boundaries of your self-determination into like your own, keeping like a handle on your own energy and your own expression in the world. That's definitely coming through. So that's like a hope and a fear, right? Is that you have all these options, you have all these opportunities. What should you do? Are you going to make the right decision? Especially because some of you guys are leaving something behind that actually really suits you. That actually, you know, this could be a workplace. This doesn't have to be a person. A lot of times the court cards are people, but, you know, this could be an opportunity. This could be, I just feel like you guys are almost making a decision to walk away from something that you care about. There is like a lot of death, scorpionic, Mars energy kind of going on. So that's like what you're embracing in the future is death, the scorpionic energy of death. And oftentimes death is something that we fight, that we really, really hold back on. And that's what I'm getting, this energy of patience, this energy of the Four of Pentacles, and this energy of the Strength card. It's like using your own strength to temper yourself. Temperance comes after the Strength card, and I just said temperance. So I feel like, yeah, tempering yourself in order to like get through this hurdle. Okay, I just said hoarder. I don't know. But to get over this hurdle, and then you can be a fuller expression of yourself. Some of you guys are just really, really impulsive to make a change here. What else is new, right? With the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Swords, like some of you guys, like you're just feeling like social decorum be damned, but I'm telling you right now, it behooves you to hold some of this in. I know it's not natural for you guys, and I feel like for whatever reason, there is some kind of hidden enemy in your midst here. And I feel like you guys, some of you guys you're going to get some kind of news towards the end of the month, and it's just going to kind of change everything here. Some of you guys, this is about education or some kind of craftsmanship. Again, hands. So I don't know if you guys are doing some kind of craft or writing, or some of you guys are like in medical school or something like that with Mercury and the Virgin. And some of you are maybe you're trying to go on a Vipassana. I've really been getting a ton of spiritual energy lately. I don't know what is happening in the world, but I think that there's a new kind of leader that's being prepped, and it's like they're going through like this death energy, like a wringing out. I'm seeing like a towel getting like repeatedly dunked in the water and then wrung out with the old. But it's like incredibly mindfulness based. And I feel like you're practicing a certain amount of that just within yourself, you know, because you guys are natural born leaders. The sun exalts in Aries, and you have the Strength, which is Leo, ruled by the sun. You have the King of Wands. I mean, this is bringing you into a fuller vibration of yourself. I just feel like it behooves you for now to like pull back. And for some of you guys, this involves an opportunity that you would have to travel for, and that you would possibly have to leave a relationship for some of you guys. And you know that it's going to take some kind of strength here. Let me just clarify some things. All right. 5, 7. Yes, you guys, there's something going on that's hidden. And I feel like if you do, some of you guys are probably super aware of this, or at least like it's like niggling at the back of your mind that there's some people that you can't quite trust. And these people probably are very chatty. They notice a lot of stuff, and they might be documenting a lot of stuff. So just be careful. And yeah. Oh my gosh, the 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You guys have some people around you, and they might, What is this King of Wands? You're protected though. The Hierophant. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're leaving behind a job. Or you're leaving behind a relationship. But there has been a sense of like betrayal with the Ten of Swords, or like the Ten of Swords can also be hysteria. And I'm just wondering if there's like hysteria in the group that's around you about every little thing, you know, like every little thing. And you're like, you know, aren't we getting there? Aren't we doing it together? But that's not what this group is about. You guys have this beautiful fire energy. This is what I love about fire, is that fire doesn't have time for games. It just doesn't. We have a short amount of time here. We all have goals we're trying to achieve, be it or sit down. What are you doing? Like, you know, spending all of your time and energy doing weird games behind the scenes. Like, just do it or sit down. You know, we don't have very much time. That's kind of the energy that you're coming off as, dealing with some kind of group of people. Maybe these people are younger than you. Maybe these people are females. But yeah, I don't like that at all. And again, like there's the energy with the Hierophant coming out. There's the energy of a relationship. There's the energy of tradition. So some of you guys are making a decision to leave a long-standing relationship. We had the Six of Cups come out, which a lot of times can deal with like somebody that you've known for a really long time, somebody that you feel a mentorship relationship to, or this could be a relationship that you literally have had since childhood or something like that. But there's something pretty big that you feel like you need to lay on the altar, like to make sacred is what I'm hearing. You know, it's almost like letting it go. And then if it comes back, it's yours. Or if you come back, it's yours, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, you guys like this. I feel like you're leveling up. And maybe for some of you guys, you're trying to get more education for something that you're doing. You're trying to up your skills. You're trying to be more nuanced. Also, you guys are whatever this situation is, you know, because there's always a why. I feel like, well, at least I can't live in a world where there's no why. And I feel like this is definitely getting you in touch with your intuition, showing you that you can trust yourself in this situation. You guys are in a heavy energy of self-reliance, which is what Aries are really, really good at. But Aries actually, you guys, is one of the more intuitive signs, especially if you're born in Ashwini towards the beginning of Aries. And you might have other planets there too, with having your sun in Aries at all. It increases the likelihood that you would have, some of you guys are healers. Ashwini is the healers to the gods. And just the energy of Aries talks about ending old patterns and in order to build something new. So that's like the energy that's really, really coming through here. What I was going to say is that first nakshatra in Aries, K2, is ruled by K2, the south node, and its focus is moksha, which is ultimate liberation, and it's a very, very intuitive place. Some of you guys, like, I don't know, you really like the dawn, or it's telling you to like see the dawn or something. Okay, what is this death card here? Yeah, something needs to end. Something's been holding you back. Something's like really been holding you back. And this is about healing. This is about having fun. I feel like you guys have just been stuck in a situation of some kind that just has not kept you in like the best vibration, or not had you in your own power, and you're being reminded of who you are, and you're like starting to make moves towards that. But you guys are having some kind of realizations, and there's some kind of communication that's going to come in, or even if this is communication, Mercury rules communication, but it also primarily rules communication between us and the divine. That's why I'm getting the energy of manifestation so heavily, because that is the way that we commune with the divine. And I'm also getting that quote from A Course in Miracles that says, you used to ask God who you were, and now you tell God who you are. And that is a very good thing, because we are conscious creators. And Aries knows that more than anybody. So, well, maybe not more than anybody, but Aries is certainly aware of being a conscious creator and just coming right out the gate with it. And that's kind of what it's telling you to do, is chart your course. That's what I feel like a lot of you guys are doing. You're gathering information, you're charting your course. The universe is definitely supporting you in that, because you're going to start getting some kind of insights here. Definitely. Some of you guys in the future, maybe you might not have realized the extent that someone had been betraying you, because here I'm getting the energy of Jesha, which is the Mercury ruled nakshatra at the end of Scorpio. Some of you guys could be dealing with that kind of an individual, especially Mercury is up here. Mercury rules the nakshatras at the end of the water sign. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. And the way you can tell, like if there's anybody in your life, like they come, oh my gosh. Okay, this is coming through so clear. Oh my gosh. This person seems very childlike. If you guys have someone around you that you think is your friend, they're super tiny, their bones are tiny, they have a cute little button nose, maybe some freckles. This person seems very cutesy in some kind of way. That's your person that you're going to want to keep an eye on, because Mercury ruled, especially women, they can come off very cutesy, but they're always the smartest people in the room. And this is shadow side, of course. That mercurial energy, that's the energy of liberation, ultimately, at the very end. But in this case, there's somebody betraying you, and you're going to have that realization, and it's going to cause you to cut ties and move on. But it's just saying, like, be aware, like, no, like, I feel like pause and look around you. Pull back your energy. If you've been talking with someone who seems like very friendly, they seem like it's not a big deal to tell them things because they're super friendly and you can trust them, right? With the Virgin, they seem super pure. Just be careful. I feel like smoke them out is what I heard. Smoke them out with your patience. Pull back, see how their behavior changes, see if they start to like really be kind of asking you things, start to notice who they're talking to, because if this is a boss person, they could be trying to get in this person's ear. And don't let this turn into paranoia in your mind if you don't feel like this is going on. But I honestly do feel like, don't let yourself fixate on a certain person if you're like not really sure. But I think it's going to come out that someone had been betraying you in the past and you're just going to cut ties with this person. Some of you guys, like maybe you have to take a job in like that's cooking, or like you're working with knives. Jesha like can be chefs. Like a lot of times they're really good cooks, and this is like the height of the world. So it's almost like for you to achieve some kind of success, maybe you travel and you're like you want to work in a restaurant or something like that, or you're working with some kind of sharp implement, again with the craftsmanship. Some of you guys are learning how to use a knife in some way, shape, or form, because this could be healthcare, this could be food service, this is some kind of craftsmanship here. And I just feel like this energy of betrayal could put you in a place of abandonment in the future when you feel like, but it's not abandonment, it's independence with Queen of Wands. Like Aries, and I have a North Node there too. Like I tell you that I have like a lot of stuff going on there. Because Aries is an individualist and it knows that it can trust itself. It is self. And so just remember, like you guys are working towards something. You guys are working towards a long-term goal. I also feel like heaven is smiling down on you. Heaven is watching you. You guys have some kind of healing ability. There's something with your hands, Aries. You guys are healers, or you have some kind of masterful level ability with your hands. And I don't know if that's going to be something different for each of you guys probably. But you have to let go of your old life. In order to do that, you have to move forward with the Chariot. And there might be also like, you might have to move away and it might come back together. Something that you have to move away from, I feel like you really don't want to move away from, but it's going to come back together for you in the future. I really feel for most of you that is, but it's going to take work with the Chariot card here. And there's something about your inner needs and your inner drives that I feel like you guys just have to be aware of. So you might have a lot of worldly success though, because Jesha, like that is it's called a Gandanta point, like all the ends of all the water signs. And that just means like a change point, but it's a highly volatile kind of a point. And Jesha, which is the energy I'm getting here in like what you're embracing in the future, which I actually kind of think it's a boss move. It's kind of a power move for you to be embracing this energy of like smoke them out, where it's like, call a spade, call someone who's running their mouth, And, you're just kind of like embracing it and kind of cutting ties. But again, I almost feel like maybe you guys are in a viper pit. I don't know why, because Mercury can also be the snake, like especially at Ashleisha. That's the snake. Okay. Maybe some of you guys have Gemini in your chart towards the end, part of a zoo. Because that's the energy that likes to get involved with. Or you guys could have heavy Jupiter in your chart where you're very Jupiterian. You're very, like, again, I'm getting the energy of travel. I'm getting the energy of expansion, the energy of knowledge. And that's what comes after this energy of betrayal, is like the self and expansion. There's good things coming, but I kind of feel like maybe you want to be a little bit more protective over yourself. And this person, don't let this person get in and wreck your self-esteem, because that, like, oh, I should have known better. No, you're the Queen of Wands. You've got this. You absolutely do. You're in your own energy. You're actually in your own energy through and through. You are here. You're the one making decisions. You absolutely are. You're starting to put things together. You have a higher level of understanding at the end of this month than you had going in with it. And you are being very precise about curating the people around you. And don't fall for cutesy little games, because there's something going on there. This person could be new to your environment too, like with the Virgin card. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, there's confusion about somebody in your life, like whether or not this person is for you. I kind of think this person is for you. This King of Wands. I mean, right? I mean, look at this. I kind of think this person's for you. But don't let me tell you that. But there is like the energy of, like, again, letting something go. And then if it comes back, it's always meant to be there together. Because this is about to be a long reading. I'm sorry, Aries. Okay, one time there was this place that I was at, and we had this thing called the free bin. So like everybody would like put old books in there and whatever. So one time I like pulled this book out. I'm super interested in channeling books, but I've always been embarrassed to say that, but whatever, I am. And I was too embarrassed to take this book because I wanted to read it, but I opened it up, and it was like this angel channeling book. And the page that I opened it to, the channeled message from this angel was talking about in heaven, like if you're driving on a mountainside and you almost go over the cliff and you like freak out and you're having all these panicky moments and you tell your friends like, oh, I almost went off this cliff. The angel said, actually in heaven, you didn't. Either you go off the cliff or you don't. And so if you didn't go off the cliff, you were never, ever in danger of going off the cliff. No matter how many centimeters you got close to going off that cliff. If you were 1 centimeter not going off the cliff, in heaven, that wasn't the plan. You weren't going off the cliff. You were never going off the cliff. You were going to be protected the whole time. But the variables and the way that all came together was there to teach you some kind of lesson. So there's some kind of protection that I am picking up on here, and I feel like I want to express that to you, that you guys are going through some kind of rebirth process. I feel like you guys are leaving something behind, and with that something is something you don't want to leave behind, but I feel like it'll come together if it's supposed to come together, and there's a lot of celebration that's coming to you in the future because of this. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. You guys are standing in your power. You're not letting fear control you. You're like, you know what? If it's for me, it's for me. You're letting things crumble. You're letting go of the fairy tale, because you know what? The fairy tale is what's giving you anxiety. The fairy tale is what's giving you anxiety. Okay, well, what do I have to do? What do I not have to do? Just like I was saying with the energy of like going off the cliff or not going off the cliff, you stand in your power, make your own decisions. That state, this anxiety state, nuh-uh. We're not going to manifest anything like of our power. Oh my gosh, look, this is so clear right now, you guys. The Nine of Cups, meditation, getting super clear. You guys are choosing yourself, and through choosing yourself, you're choosing life. And that's only ever going to pay off for you in the future. So you guys are choosing to let something go with this Tower. We've had the Tower twice now. And you guys are choosing to possibly move away from something. And in doing that, you're changing the variables of the situation. And in changing the variables, you're changing the vibration. You guys are standing back in your power. And you know what? I'm just noticing that these two are turned away from each other at the moment. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Because maybe there's more independent things to do, and there's still feelings there. Oh my gosh, 10 of Cups. You guys are feeling very, like, happy. There's a lot of joy and a lot of abundance coming to you guys. There really is. You guys are standing in your power. You're manifesting. So it's like, even though you're dealing with this situation that maybe seems a little precarious, and you've got to be patient, and you're trying to navigate this in a way that maybe feels a little bit uncomfortable for you. Ultimately this is for your own, like, you're setting up some kind of foundation. Your cup runneth over in some way. With the Queen of Pentacles, you're rock solid. And I love this energy for you guys because I'm on this crusade about the earth signs. The fire planets are nestled in the earth signs. The sun and Mars are nestled in the earth signs. There's a distinct fire element. You guys are just grounding it. It's almost like a lightning rod, and you're grounding your fire into something that that works for you better in some kind of way. But it might feel a little chaotic, but it's also a rebirth. Like, it's a total rebirth, and it's something you guys manifested. It's something like to your highest expression here. We have the Fool. Oh, and the Sun. So we have this Leo Aquarius energy. Some of you guys are stepping up into leadership positions, or you are leaders. Again, I'm like, there's something going on. Like, new leaders are being prepared and they're more Aquarian. They're more like, they're leading by example, and we're each trying to embody our own destinies and our own journeys, and in so doing, everything's in its proper place at the right time. So I feel like the big takeaway for this, Aries, is that there is something going on that is going to be brought to light with the Sun. And I feel like it's going to maybe hurt, but it's also going to be very liberating. So I think I've just decided that I'm going to pull cards for each of the nakshatras. By the way, if you guys are into Western astrology, this is really, I view tarot and divination as an experience about getting to know the self. So this absolutely will apply if you feel drawn to your Western sign. But for people who are here, for their Vedic placements, keep in mind, if you guys are an Aries sun in Western, you probably do have planets in Aries in Vedic. So let's just see the way that this is going to play out for the three different nakshatras. We have Ashwini, Bharani, and Kritika. Kritika is also a little bit in Taurus too. So if you have Kritika sun, maybe you want to check out the Taurus video, but if you're on the Aries side of it, this will be for you. So for Ashwini, you guys are definitely moving away from something that just doesn't really, there's the energy of travel, and I don't actually think it's a super big deal. There's just, honestly, you guys are striking me as making this decision from a place of power here with the Eight of Cups. Like, things are kind of nice. And I was getting this energy throughout. Things are kind of like nice in a lot of ways, but you just feel almost a soul calling to move somewhere different, to get some kind of education, to maybe have some time alone. Some of you guys, even if it's something like just a camping trip, getting away, getting like a cleanse. There's like a psychic cleanse kind of happening. And getting a higher perspective on something, because there's something you guys really want to get right in your perspective this month. And that's actually playing out throughout these. So the other two signs, we have major arcana cards. So this could be like a little bit bigger of a deal. Bharani, we have the Hangman. Bharani is actually the energy that wants to sever our past life connections so that we can be reborn. And we're seeing this energy like play out this month. You guys, for people who are more in the middle of Aries that are born under Bharani, the Venus ruled nakshatra there, you guys are trying to get a different perspective. I'm getting like that you guys are, honestly, all three of these speak to some kind of travel, moving away, getting away, in order to change your perspective in some way or another. So with the Hangman here, this is, it is kind of the energy of stagnation, and that you could be feeling very stagnant. And there's, again, like the energy of secrets. There's kind of a lot going on underneath the surface, but, I feel like you are preparing, you're having some kind of restraint so that you can prepare for that new life, and you're trying to see things from a different perspective. You're taking active action to look into this in a very spiritual way. Actually, most people watching this might be Bharani, because seeing with the 1 and the 2, like, you guys are taking that Mars energy forward. It's pushing you forward towards that High Priestess energy, towards more secret, keeping things like locked in, like the High Priestess would do, and also to, what am I trying to say? Study, like deep, possibly even esoteric studies. And for Kritika, you guys, I feel like there's going to be news coming in. There's a change in the wind. There's a change in fortune here with the Wheel of Fortune, but I think it's ultimately going to be for your best. All of these, I think, are going to be for your best, because this is preparing you for a time of expansion. But there is a cycle that's coming to an end, actually, for all of these nakshatras. So Sorry for the really long reading, Aries. I hope that that was helpful, and I wish you guys all the best. Don't forget to keep an eye out for anybody who's being a little weird towards you. So, all right, bye, guys.